facial recognition got a hit.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Okay.
He's
Please
back.
Don't touch me.
He's back. We just got back from seeing Blair Witch. I don't know who it's directed by, and I don't know who's starring in it. And I think it's a good thing. Maybe not the best thing.
I think it's best that we didn't see the original like we planned to do.
Yeah.
We both planned to see the original, and to review this movie as its own thing, I think it's best that we ended up failing.
All right, so I'm just going to say right off the bat, there's a little bit too much hype on this movie coming from Comic-Con, and I think that maybe that hurt my experience a little bit, but I kind of walked out of the theater a little disappointed. What do you think?
It was very run-of-the-mill.
Yeah.
Very run-of-the-mill.
Because you know how the trailers are, they try to sell you this movie, and they say, some of the quotes are like, scariest movie I've ever seen, this will change horror forever. And I didn't get any of that. We just got a regular old horror film in the middle of September. Mm-hmm. Why don't we start on the bright spots? Why don't we start on the positives? Anything stand out for you?
The ambiguity of the actual Blair Witch is still intact, which even though I've not seen the first film, I know that's a thing, and it still keeps that a little bit. While the performances were good, they were just all the same character.
Clunky. It's kind of more in the writing, but...
Oops, sorry.
Kind of more in the writing.
That's embarrassing.
While we're past all the setup, and when it gets into where it's, being more a horror film, more focused on that, I think it does a very good job of being like a very intense, keeping you on the edge of your seat. I think it does that very well. It is very run-of-the-mill, but I think that keeping the audience thrilled and, in that horror feeling, I think it does that part of its job very well.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really... I gotta be honest.
Unfortunately, that's it.
I gotta be honest. There's not many bright spots, and like I said, the hype kind of...
It's underwhelming.
Yeah, the hype kind of brought me down a little bit. But let's get into what the meat of this video will be, the negatives. Let me start with something, because I remember, I was sitting in this theater while watching this movie, and the first 15 minutes went by, I'm like, wow, that was pretty bad. I wonder if I'm going to say the first 15 minutes of this movie was bad in my review. And then another 15 minutes went by, and I'm like, okay, this is okay. And then another 15 minutes, so on and so forth. The only part that I thought this movie was really delivering was when it goes to straight darkness. We don't see any of the daylight anymore.
I really like that concept.
Yeah.
I probably should. I mean, I don't want to spoil the movie, obviously, but that's like a cool concept.
Yeah.
They had one cool concept. Exactly as you said, it was like intervals where I would kind of go, at the end of that interval, I'd go, that wasn't very good. That wasn't very good either. This isn't going well. And that's like a huge problem. Yeah.
We get these situations that characters are set up in, and we kind of expect something big because of the movie that we're in, but it's just like, this guy runs here, and then the lights go out, and that's it. This lady does this, that, and that's it,
It's super by the book. It's very much like, Sir gets separated from the group.
Yeah.
Sir is gone. Ma'am gets separated from the group. Ma'am is gone.
The writing for the characters were just bad. They're like...
Oh, man.
And, I don't know, I'm not going to blame the actors, but it's very wow, I feel like I'm watching a horror movie that someone in their basement made for a $12 budget.
Okay, so I'm going to say my negatives and going straight off of that. A good test of knowing if a movie has good characters or not is if you remember them.
No.
I don't remember their names, and we just saw the movie 30 minutes ago.
And I want to say at least 20% of this movie is them yelling their names at the top of their lungs. Oh my god.
Jump scares.
Yeah, oh my god, I was just about to say.
It's the most disappointing thing ever, because I thought that movies were kind of leaving that.
Yeah.
The jump scare thing. We've seen from movies like The Witch. It's not exactly a horror movie, but you can have horrifying elements and disturbing elements without going, you weren't expecting that, were you? And it's literally every time they turn around, it was the fake jump scare thing,
And this is what I said in my Don't Breathe review. I thought that in that movie, the jump scare is used very well. It's not like someone turns the corner and boom! And in this movie, none of our characters are in peril at all. They just turn around and we get a loud sound. And every time it happened, I noticed you were doing it too. I was just like, come on, this is so this is done by, the worst horror movies we ever get. And now this movie that has a prestigious name on it is doing it also.
And they know.
Yeah,
Everyone
absolutely.
knows. So while you're making the movie, you have to be like, you can't think that this is new.
When we had movies like Don't Breathe and Lights Out and The Conjuring 2, which I didn't see, those are all amazing movies that we got so far in this this year. Also, The Witch. So yeah, I mean, this year we've had very good horror movies, and then I feel like when we talk about this one later down the line, it's just going to be one of those things where like, it was okay, could have been a lot better.
The only reason this is on anyone's radar is because it stems from a movie that basically created a new genre for horror.
I feel like this movie's going to make a good chunk of money, and if it was called Just the Woods, like it was planned on being, or that wasn't planned on being, but it was entitled for a while, then it would have made a whole lot less money, because this movie does not carry itself in a good way. There's not going to be any good word of mouth. So, look who's back, just for this one video. Anyway, did you see Blair Witch? Tell me what you thought about it in the comments below. Don't look at him. He's not important. He's going away forever. He's going back to Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo is the actual name, not Guantanamo.
Guantanamo Bay. Anyway, thank you for watching another one of my videos. I'm Scuba Sitch from the 5th row. I'm gone. Are you gone also? He's gone.